GPL contractor falls to his death. GT&T employees take a pay cut. Private sector and public sector fights COVID-19. City markets to reopen by week's end. In the region, Latin America's hardest hit nation adjusts to life during lockdown. And internationally, China donates ventilators to America's hardest hit state. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. I am George Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us. Given the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, our newscast is taking measures to protect our staff while fulfilling our mandate to provide the Guyanese public with information that is accurate, useful, and timely. With this in mind, we have embraced the World Health Organization's social distancing guidelines by limiting our exposure to the public, or in other words, working from home. We here at Headline News Update encourage you to do the same if possible. On the subject of COVID-19, as of Sunday evening, the Ministry of Public Health announced that Guyana has recorded 29 cases of the novel coronavirus. According to the Ministry of Public Health, a total of 110 persons were tested. There remains one inconclusive result. 6 persons are in institutional isolation, 34 in institutional quarantine, and 157 persons are in home quarantine. The death toll still stands at 4. This news comes on the heels of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's advisory to wear masks when in public. While the decision has raised a debate on the effectiveness of cloth masks in preventing the transmission of the virus, the CDC nevertheless emphasizes that some protection is better than nothing, as a majority of carriers of the coronavirus have little to no symptoms of the disease. Over the weekend, several public and private sector entities donated big to the local effort to fight COVID-19. Esther Sobers tells us more in this report.
On Friday, men's clothing store Urban Life and sports equipment store MVP Sports donated in excess of 5,000 pairs of gloves valued just over 500,000 Guyana dollars to the Ministry of Public Health. The owners of the store, Ian Ramdio, stated that in addition to this donation, he is trying to source surgical masks for healthcare workers. And on Saturday, Republic Bank announced that it is donating 31.5 million Guyana dollars to the nation to fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Nigel Baptist, president and CEO of the financial institution, said that the money is donated will go towards the purchase of much-needed supplies for healthcare workers, including ventilators, personal protection equipment, testing kits, and food. Republic Financial Holdings said that the donation was part of a US $2 million contribution that was dispersed to all territories where it operates. And finally, on Sunday, the Civil Defense Commission began the distribution of relief hampers to households around the country. The packages comprise of non-perishable food items and cleaning supplies. The exercise targeted communities of Plastic City, West Bank Demerara, Tiger Bay, and Georgetown. Over 200,000 households received hampers. Director General of the CDC, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, noted they are focusing on the most vulnerable communities first before expanding to the rest of the nation. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. On Saturday, Chairman of the National COVID-19 Task Force, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, ordered the police to ensure minibus operators limit the number of passengers they carry. The passenger capacity restriction is one of several measures aimed at curtailing the spread of the novel coronavirus in Guyana. He stressed that if the transportation operators do not want to obey the law by carrying at most half of their authorized capacity, they would be prosecuted. However, according to reports, some minibus drivers continue to ignore the order. If you have witnessed minibus drivers or even businesses who still insist on flouting the law, let us know. Send your pics and video to us on our Facebook page or send it to us by WhatsApp on telephone number 639-0001. According to the mayor of Georgetown, Pantan Ubraj Narayan, the city's food markets should reopen by week's end, but in an effort to limit the number of customers, certain businesses will not be allowed to vend during this time. Here's more.
In order to strengthen containment measures, we closed public gathering at places of entertainment.
On Friday, President David Granger declared a mandatory one-month lockdown of the nation in response to the growing number of local cases of the novel coronavirus. The order put severe restrictions on the movement of people and goods through the nation in hopes of stemming the virus's spread. Concurrently, the mayor and city council of Georgetown passed their own set of restrictions. One part of the restrictions was the closure of the capital city's food markets. As previously reported, the decision has elicited mixed views. Nevertheless, Georgetown's mayor, Pandit Ubrajnarayan, explained that the markets were closed to facilitate a full-scale sanitization effort.
Presently, we are sanitizing Border and Stabrook Market. Internally, to the nation of the reopening those two markets on Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Our other markets will be reopening by the end of the week once all relevant systems are in place.
All of the city's food markets will be up and running by week's end. However, in an effort to encourage social distancing and to limit the size of crowds, only vendors of essential items will be allowed to ply their trade. Headline News Update, George Gonzalez. Stick around. After the break, GPL contractor falls to his death, and GT&T employees take a pay cut.
Stop the spread of germs that can make you and your friends sick. Cover your nose and mouth with a tissue when you sneeze or cough. Then throw away that tissue in a bin with a cover. If you do not have a tissue, cough or sneeze into bent elbow. When you are finished, wash your hands thoroughly with clean water and soap while you sing the happy birthday song. If water and soap are not available, use hand sanitizer while you count from 1 to 10 slowly. A message from the Ministry of Public Health and PAHO WHO.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-stand 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Reinfeld Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here? Let's help your child start improving in their grades today. We focus on reading, spelling, math, and much more, from students to nursery to secondary, and also adults reading classes available. Register today at Hidden Treasures After School Program. We are located in Kitty, next door to Kitty Police Station, or Lot 3 Public Road, Batterstown, East Bank, Damara, or contact us on 675-4379. I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
This place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Welcome back. Like many companies, GT&T is struggling due to the coronavirus pandemic, and in this report, BB Backus tells us that the financial situation has forced the company to adopt pay cuts.
Over the weekend, the Guyana Telephone and Telegraph Company announced that it will be temporarily cutting salaries to ensure the company's solvency in the face of the COVID-19 global pandemic. According to GT&T's Chief Executive Officer Justin Ned, the situation is already having a severe financial impact on the business. He said in a press statement, in a bid to ensure continued service provision and with an aim to retain staff for as long as possible, we have had to make a tough call to collectively take salary cuts. This move was understood and agreed by the staff, the union, and the Department of Labor, and will be revisited at the end of May as the situation unfolds. The company says staff will receive their full salaries in April and 90% of their salaries for the remainder of 2020 for those at work. For those who were unable to be assigned and will be at home, they will receive 60% of their salary. Executives will take a larger percentage cut. However, the company did not disclose the number. Over the past few weeks, GT&T has taken several measures to support the call for social distancing. The company has closed its stores nationwide and encouraged customers to use their online bill pay options and reduce the number of staff working on site. Their field technicians' working hours were reduced by 25%, and hundreds of its staff are currently working from home. For Headline News Update, BB Backus.
Police are currently investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of 24-year-old Lawrence Raymond Benjamin, who was stabbed to death early Sunday at Timeri, East Bank, Demerara. His body, which bore stab wounds to the neck and left side rib, was found under a shed in the community at around 9:45 a.m. Benjamin was taken to the Diamond Diagnostic Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. An auto accident on the Land of Canaan Public Road, East Bank, Demerara, on Sunday morning resulted in the death of a motorcyclist. Dead is 33-year-old Dexter Cole, who was a member of the Assassin Riders Motorcycle Club. According to reports, at around 9 a.m., the club was driving back to Georgetown when Cole lost control of his bike on a turn at Land of Canaan and crashed. He reportedly died at the scene of the accident. Over the weekend, a contractor attached to the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated died after falling from a transmission tower. BB Backus has that story.
On Sunday, GPL contractor 52-year-old Leon Adams of Terlogi Village, Quarantine, fell to his death while working on a transmission tower in Ithaca, Mahaica Berbice. Based on information received, Adams was a part of a team that was doing a routine inspection on the site. However, as he was climbing, Adams reportedly lost his grip and fell to the ground. It is estimated that he was about 150 feet up the tower.
He was taken to the New Amsterdam hospital, where he was declared dead on arrival. Nevertheless, the matter has been reported to the police and an investigation is ongoing. For Headline News Update, Bibi Bacchus.
Thanks, Bibi. Don't go away. After the break, we have your regional and international news.
Hurry down to Zasco on 15 North Road between Camp and Wellington Streets. Quality products at low cost for every room in your home. 65 and 55 inches high-end 4K smart TVs. Samsung French door fridges. Black & Decker appliances, queen and king size Canadian-made mattresses. German-made pressure pots in 5 to 9 liters. 12-piece pot sets, knife sets, cutlery sets and pans, commercial fans. Samsung smart stoves. Canadian-made 3-piece recliner sofa sets. Air fryers and Hamilton Beach hot and cold water dispenser.
For that reliable, prudent, and courteous traveling experience, your choice is G3 Cabs, located at 228-229 Aubrey Barker Road and Beverly Close, South Rentville Gardens. Travel in comfort and safety with our deluxe fleet of new vehicles and neatly trimmed drivers serving our customers around Georgetown. We deliver cooking gas, small packages, run errands, and provide minor vehicular roadside assistance such as jump starts of vehicles, flat tires, spare wheel assistance, and more. Contact us on 218-4982 or 218-4500. G3 Cabs. You can count on us.
Place is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Oh gosh, what's this? Me son can't read or spell. Stop! 0 out of 20. Is what I gonna do here?
Let's help your child start improving in their grades today. We focus on reading, spelling, math, and much more, from students to nursery to secondary, and also adult reading classes available. Register today at Hidden Treasures After School Program. We are located in Kitty, next door to Kitty Police Station, or Lot 3 Public Road, Batterstown, East Bank, Damara, or contact us on 675-4379.
I can call them now.
Hidden Treasures, discovering gems in young minds.
Hey, Latika!
Chiny man, long time in a hear or see you.
I didn't really feel too good.
He never give me no coronavirus, not me.
Like she know you can get COVID-19 from a phone call? What? Hear this? When somebody cough or sneeze, they spray small liquid droplets from their nose or mouth. If you're too close, you could bleed in the droplets, including the COVID-19 virus if the person coughing got the virus. And bops! Just like that, you get coronavirus. So, stay at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between yourself and everyone, especially those who are coughing or sneezing. Or better, stay home and don't go out liming.
Hey, Lanika. Yeah, Chiny man, I can talk all you want now. I can hear and see you. This is a message from the Ministry of Public Health in collaboration with PAHO WHO.
Chile is one of Latin America's worst affected countries with more than 4,000 reported cases. Like many countries, lockdown measures have dramatically changed day-to-day living. Al Jazeera's Lucia Newman reports.
Sebastián Fuentes is ready to roll.
Tonight I'm having a party and I'm going to cook a barbecue. Here's the meat.
The coals are already lit and snacks and drinks are ready too. And here are the guests, all connected via internet. 4 couples sharing a Saturday night and a good laugh, each from their own home. Meanwhile, 25-year-old Lucas Herrero is just starting to party without leaving his bedroom. All he needs is this application.
I don't need to spend money on transportation. It's 100% safe, and I can travel instantly between one party and another. The possibilities of socializing are much faster. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have this option. I ask myself, what if this quarantine had happened 20 years ago?
With schools and offices closed and confinement now a must, Chileans are discovering countless ways to stay active, and not just physically. A year ago, Simon Michel launched Therapy, an online platform that offers psychological consultations with professional therapists with total privacy. But in the last 2 weeks, since COVID-19 changed everyone's lives, the number of patients has soared. This young man specifically allowed us to film him.
I'm feeling a lot of anxiety because I don't know what's going to happen with my job.
Confronting these uncertain times can generate anguish, stress, fear, sadness, and anger. We've seen a leap in consultations from couples who are struggling because of their confinement to people who are alone and feeling panic.
Another cause for insecurity is the lack of personal protection products. In Chile, it's been weeks since anyone can find a face mask to buy, so people are making their own. And this is how. Kitchen towels, you fold them like this, and then with a string or a ribbon, even an elastic, you staple them at the ends. And when you open it up, you have your own homemade face mask, like that. And speaking of creativity, the Center of Cinema is offering children something to routinely look forward to. They read them a different story every day at 5 o'clock. The Santiago Ballet's dance master, Cyril de Marval, hasn't stopped giving dancers classes, now on Instagram. The class is now also open to anyone who wants to join. Just another example of how this crisis is increasingly inspiring people to share their creativity in captivity. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Santiago.
And internationally, the Chinese government is donating 1,000 ventilators to New York State, which has been hard hit by the virus, one of the many jurisdictions across the world competing for medical gear made in mainland China. But the equipment is sometimes faulty, and critics say the Chinese government's donation drive is self-serving. Al Jazeera's Katrina Yu reports.
Life-saving ventilators, assembled and packed in the hundreds. This factory in Hebei province is just one of many across China producing medical supplies desperately needed in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. These machines are being prepared for customers in Italy and the UK.
Usually there's not much demand for ventilators worldwide, but nobody expected this virus outbreak. It put a lot of pressure on ventilator makers.
As COVID-19 takes hold around the world, Chinese manufacturers are in overdrive producing masks, respirators and testing kits to sell to governments and businesses. Supplies made in China have also been included in emergency aid packages sent by Beijing to more than 80 countries in need.
But critics accuse the Chinese government of engaging in so-called mask diplomacy, providing supplies in exchange for political support. Others say Beijing is trying to divert attention away from its mishandling of the outbreak in January, or not acting fast enough to prevent its spread.
That's soft power, but it's also like, look at you people, you didn't make them in your own factories, we're going to have to come to your rescue. So it's a clear attempt to shift the narrative, but it's unlikely to be that effective, because what we're seeing problems with stuff that's coming out of China.
Car and electronics companies have now retooled or expanded to meet international demand for medical gear. And while the Chinese government is encouraging production, regulators are struggling to enforce standards. Officials in Spain, Turkey and the Netherlands have rejected masks and testing kits they say are poor quality or don't work.
In this very particular case, they have been returned to the provider, and a different test with guarantees is going to be supplied.
Authorities have cracked down on those producing uncertified or counterfeit goods. And Beijing is downplaying concerns, saying these criticisms are overblown and counterproductive to the international effort to contain the outbreak.
China is willing to maintain close communication with the relevant parties, but we hope that this issue will not be interpreted politically.
In Hebei, factory staff are working long hours to fulfill orders. Managers say each ventilator is carefully inspected before being sent overseas, a guarantee they hope will allow international customers to breathe a little easier. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Beijing.
That's all for today's regional and international headlines. Here is your 3-day weather forecast.